Hey everyone, it's Kelsey, and today I'm going to be doing a book review on Finding the Right Spot. This book is for a little bit older than our range, but I honestly saw it and kind of was like, I wonder what that's about. So I got it anyway. It is more of like, it's kind of like a chapter book. It's not really a chapter book. It's like a big long chapter, if that makes sense. That's about how long it is. This is a really, really good book. It doesn't actually use words like foster care, but like once, which I think is interesting. And she doesn't call her foster mom in the story. She calls her aunt, what's her name? Aunt Dane. And this story is so good. It talks about having to go. It's in her first person perspective, so like it's like her story, and I feel like kids can relate to that like more because it's like this is what I experienced, and it talks about like how she got into foster care and like how her mom was sick, and when she was sick she was an alcoholic, and it talks about that, and I think that is great because it shows a different perspective. This one is very open with what's going on because it's coming from her perspective. She's sitting there listening to all this. She's sitting there seeing all this. She knows what's going on. And like in her foster home, they get a pet, and it also was from a bad situation, and so they're going to be its foster family. And that's the only time foster is even said in the book, like, is that they are going to be the dog's foster family. And like the dog to begin with doesn't want you to pet his head, and how you like basically because it came from something bad, maybe someone was hitting it or something like that. So it just took him a while to get the right spot. Like the point of it is that eventually she was able to pet his head and things like that. It just talks about so much more in it because it is a longer book, so it's kind of hard to do a review on the whole thing. But it just talks about missed visits and her mom not sometimes calling drunk and sometimes calling not drunk, and it just talks about real life things like kids go through that. The parent isn't always going to show up. They're not always going to be there for visits, and it talks about how hard it is, and it's really, really good book for this age range. I'm trying to remember what else I was doing. Oh, also one big thing it talks about is how her mom promises her all this stuff. Like, promises her that they're going to have a ranch and she's going to have a horse and all this big dream world, which I've never been a foster parent like in my home yet, but from what we learned in the classes, that happens all the time. Parents are always promising, and then one day they'll call or they'll visit and they are just not there, or they just won't show up to visits, and then it's like the kid dealing with the lies basically of two different stories, and I feel like it does a great job of showing that. And then at the end, because more finding the right spot, I mean, at the end she pets the dog on the head, and like he lets her pet him on the head, and it's just like so awesome, because he's finally able to be with them and like settle in and stuff. And then at the end of the book she runs and hugs her aunt Dane, and that's her right spot, is staying with her for right now. And it doesn't say in the book that she stayed there forever. It literally, that's the end of the book. It says she just went and hugged her. But I think it is awesome for this age range. Like this is a great book. I won't be adding it to my registry because it's not quite our age range, but it is so good. Like, it is a good book. Like, no lie. I know I keep saying good book, but it is really good. And I like even like some of it talks about her anger and how she got angry and that it was okay. Her foster parent let her feel that way, and I just feel like it's great from the first person perspective, especially for this age range and the way it's written. It's written as if she wrote it. And so I feel like a kid that is that age can relate. and I think it's really good. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll have more coming soon, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.